Hey, hey, hey! What's going on, Mecha Army? Welcome to the Child of Mecha live stream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha. It is Friday! Woo! Londo Bell Friday, I might add. Hey, now. So, what's going on? I can't wait for the weekend to just do more work. Yay! So you guys, if you are interested in a Londo Bell hat, go hit up www.childofmecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, all sorts of other cool stuff, prints of my work, all that good. So go load up right now, all that stuff. So let's see. After that, if you are interested in any of the tools and materials that we are going to be working with here today, go hit up the little Amazon link below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side, if you're watching on Facebook. Now, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the cost for you. So go load up on that stuff too, right? It goes to help out me, goes to help out the stream, goes to fuel our endeavors moving forward, right? And as always, if you are interested in kits, paints, accessories, tools, what have you, Mecha Decal Sheets 1 and 2, those are both in stock and shipping now. Hit up our good friends right down here, USA Gundam Store. Adam and the fine crew down there will definitely have what you need. So go. Really? Already? Awesome. John Lynn. She $2 super chat. She says, look at that face. Yeah, well. Hey. No. But yeah, go hit up our boys down at USA Gundam Store. They are going to be getting a big restock very soon. Very soon. So keep an eye out on the site. Keep checking back. Sign up for their newsletter. That's probably the quickest way you're going to find out when the restock happens. And follow them, obviously, on social medias and everything, too, because they'll post on there sometimes, too. So, but yeah, go support our boys. All right. So, with that being said, let's talk about what we're going to be working on today. Yeah, we're going to be actually going back on to the GBWC build today. So if you haven't watched in the last couple days, right, what I figured was that there was a little bit of a work imbalance with the SD build and the GBWC build, right? SD build was getting 5 days a week. GBWC build was only getting 2, right? So with that in mind, I figured we'd dedicate Friday's daytime stream to GBWC, and that way it's kind of a 3-4 ratio, and I think that'll probably balance things out a little bit better, yeah? So, what is this? Brocker's Hammer. I'll buy from USA Gundam when they stop selling bootleg. What are you talking about, dude? They don't sell bootlegs. Get out of here. Come on now. Let's see. Mr. Brandon says, do you have a flex fit hats on your store, Tim, or just only snapbacks? Well, only snapbacks are listed because that's what everybody had wanted, right? I had flex fits on there originally, but then everybody was just like, no, get the flex or get the snapbacks. We can do flex. Brandon, DM me or something like that of what you want, and I have to place a special order for that, but it's super simple, so it's not even a big deal. But it would be same exact price, everything. But like I said, I just need to place the order special. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Bill Ruslan says, face. Look at them ears flapping out there. They look like wings, right? You can fly to Guam with those things. Look at that. Woo, baby. Hey, I know I got big ears. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Let's see. Oh, hey, Chris Pabs. He says, hey guys, DMC isms tonight. Think of some topics for us to talk about, and we'll answer tonight. Yes. We already got some good questions from the story that I posted last evening. One especially from our girl B. which I think will be very, very entertaining. So we'll get those answered tonight. But yes, if you have questions, go post them on. I have an Instagram story right now where you can pose a question. Go and type that in over there on Instagram. But Chris Pabs, thank you very much. Hey, you know what I forgot? Here, this first one's for John Lynn. Yeah. Second one, this one's for Pabs. Yeah. Thank you, kids. Appreciate that. Let's see. John Lynn says, hey, don't insult him like that. LOL, he's an elf. He can't help it. It's true. It is very true. William Wim says, I don't know, Tim. May is just around the corner. Yeah, well, fun till June. I think that sounds good. Fun till June, right? Fun till June. I like the sound of that. Yeah. Hey, look at this. Joel Stone, Mr. True Gumpla himself. He's over there in the Mech Army Facebook group watching. He says, what up? What's going on, Joel? And our boy, my boy, look at this. William Navarro. I've known Will for a while. Just through like Facebook and everything, right? And finally got to meet him in person when I went over to Dubai in January. Such a good dude, man. He says he's over there in the Mecha Army Facebook group as well. He says, cheers, bro. Hope you're well. Keep building. Say hello to the better half for me. Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, man. Where were we last? John Lynn says the bear guy shirts are cute as fuck, to be honest. Yeah, well. And Ruslan says you should get a pink one. Yeah, I think we actually have pink. I think we do. If not, we can hook it up. Brandon says we'll let you know. Might just go snapback. Haven't had a snapback in years. Yeah. The snapbacks are really, really nice. I like the quality of these hats is great, and the embroidery, super nice. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Let's see. John Lynn says, I'm going to get a pink bear guy shirt. Tim, I got a dress picked out for... Oh, wow. John Lynn's wearing a dress tonight. Hey, now. I mean, it's not dress up. Like, this is what I'm rocking tonight for Mechanism, so I don't... But John Lynn, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you. Not gonna stop you one bit. Oh, man. Let's see. Rusham, Mr. Bill says, fun till freedom. Fun until we can all go out again. Whew. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Gumbo Uruguay says, hey, folks. What's going on, Javier? All right. I think we're caught up. Yeah, we're caught up. Anyway. All right. So, with that being said, we're going to put this off to the side right there. We're going to go camera 2. Camera 2. There we are. And let's see. What we are going to be working on today is actually here, just real quick, one quick thing. So the sanding blocks that I made, right, over the weekend, last weekend. Just before the stream, I put up the full tutorial on making these on childofmecha.com. So if you're interested in making one of these for yourself, go check out the tutorial. Super simple. A tad bit time consuming and a tad bit tedious if you don't like to sand things, especially the MDF and everything. But yeah, full tutorial on how to make these. That just went up just before the stream started, so go and go check it out. Okay? So, what are we going to be working on today? Well, I went ahead and cut it. Yeah, we cut it. There we go. Alex Andrews wanted to know if the Alexa was muted. It is now, right? And also, I forgot to turn the damn monitor on here, too, so I can see if I'm in frame or not. Oh, well, it'll take its time here. Here we go. Let's see. Real quick. Just let's get this done up here. There we go. All right, so cool. So, yeah, I cut it. I went ahead, just right off. Cut it. Let's see. Brandon wants to know, do the DMC questions have to be Gundam related? No, not at all. Not at all. William says, threw me off with no nanner clip. Yeah, well, the nanner's definitely going on there, right? But we need to do some surgery here first, right? Do some surgery. Bill says, I might ask what type of underwear Gramps wears, boxers, tighty whities. I'm not sure if you really want to know that with our group, Bill. Maybe, it may not be the type of answers that you're looking for. Just saying. Yeah, Alex Andrews, how do we submit DMC questions? The easiest thing to do is hit up my posted story on Instagram. Easiest thing. So, all right. So getting back to this, what I went ahead and did, obviously, in addition to cutting this thing, is went ahead and pulled the peg, the little hand peg out of there, and backfilled that with a little styrene. And I didn't like the detail, the panels and the recessed little holes and stuff like that on the handle. So I went ahead and filled all that in with super glue and just kind of let that sit overnight. And it's all cured, ready to rock and roll. So we're going to start on that here. We're going to get the handle all cleaned up. I also have some other plans for the grip here as well. But first, let's get it cleaned up, and then we can kind of work on it. So we're going to start by clipping as much as we can off of this filler strip there. That's pretty good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hobby knife and we're going to start hacking away at this thing. There we are. Much better. Basically what we're trying to do is just kind of get the low-hanging fruit and kind of smooth this out a little bit. Let's get the rough spots. All that good stuff, right? And especially up here near the main body of the weapon. The super glue obviously migrates, right? Because it's a liquid. So, just need to get that trimmed back and looking nice. There we go. Much better. We'll come back here and kind of start to really get this finished in a second. We're going to pull out the baby Dremel, and we'll get this kind of ground down to the plastic and everything. We'll get it matching and looking really, really nice here. So without any further ado, let's pull out the baby Dremel. Now, if you guys don't know what the baby Dremel is, this is the baby Dremel. This is the little Tack Life rotary tool, the PCG01B that our boy Bill was nice enough to send over. Mr. Rushlam, I do love this little tool. It's absolutely freaking fantastic. Not gonna lie. Let's see. We need the right chuck in this thing though. And it's right in one of these. Jesus. Dropping everything here right now. Alright. So, get the right chuck out of there. Put that off to the side. Right in there. Right in there. And now let's get our bit. Where's the one we want? Here it is. Just that little cylindrical bit right there, yeah? That's the one we want. Kind of really ratchet that down. And now, 3 levels of amazing baby Dremel power, right? So, we're going to go to work just kind of smoothing this out here. Alright. That, my friends, is why I love this little tool. I absolutely do. Seriously, if you don't have one of these, y'all need one of these. I'm just constantly kind of blown away at the usefulness of this little thing. Yeah. Alright. So both sides are fairly smooth at this point. So now we can kind of go back in and really start to refine this thing down, get a nice finish on this on this handle. But first, let's get caught up here real quick in the chat, because I know I saw a question or two pop up. Let's see. Let's see. Sam L. Commando. Greg Blair, thong all day. Yeah, but you don't want to hear Joel say he wears a thong all day, do you? I don't. I mean, that might be his thing. I'm not going to hate. I just don't want to know about it. That's all. Oh, man. There it is, written wisely. He's got a question. Boom. He says, so questions are predetermined, not like here where we just post a question. Well, basically the intent was to kind of load up on the questions, right? Because we could take questions from the chat, but with all of the talking back and forth between all of us, it's hard to keep up with both. So by taking the questions and having them kind of preloaded, if you will, ready to talk about, it makes the conversation just kind of that much easier, and it kind of makes the show flow a little bit better. So that's why. Now, mind you, you can absolutely ask a question in the chat during the show, 100%. The chances of us getting to it are a little less. I'm not going to lie to you, just because, you know, we need to focus on each other, and then focusing on the chat is a balancing act, right? So that's kind of what it is. Sam L says it is a little difficult to get to questions during Mechanism, so it's best to ask via the IG stories. Bingo, exactly. Alex Andrews, so with clipping that, this is a question.
We have a question.
He says, so with clipping that styrene, how's the weapon going to be held? Just glued into place? No, man. Once the hands are primed and painted, these hands have zero issues actually holding the weapon, gripping it tightly. That's how airdrop is. It just holds it in its hand. It doesn't use the peg or anything. I did the same exact thing with airdrop. So no, I've had tremendous amounts of luck with these Bandai articulated fingers, and they're just great. So no, I have absolutely no question that they can, that the RX can hold this thing. None at all. Let's see. Bill says, well, I mean, Gramps is a cross-dresser. He has them skirts on and everything. Wow. Huh. Whew. Hey now. Shots fired. Alex Andrews says, though it wasn't a DMC, last week's Mechanism was an interesting one for being my first. Yeah, last week was just us being just dumb and stupid. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And that's normally the kind of the way that it goes. But I know... I know some people were disappointed that we didn't get the DMC. So we're going to do all DMC this time, tonight. So, yeah. Pab says, that's the nice thing about Mechanism. It can be such a mix of people and topics. Yeah. And we are constantly, like, rotating people in and out, and it's crazy. I think we have, like, 30 people in our little group. It gets tough sometimes to get people on the show that want to be on. So I guess, kind of a good problem to have, right? Let's see. Bill says, yeah, Mechanisms run the gamut. You never know what will happen. And that's really the kind of the good thing. Chris Pab says, one episode it was alcoholisms. The next it's DMC. The next is B-isms. The next it's Michelisms. Yeah. Alex Andrews says, next it Sweet Tea Timisms. I don't know about that. Bill says, once it was watching over someone who passed out on the stream. But yeah, Brian watched 2019. Yeah, oh, that was... Yeah. Chris Pabs says, we had Sweet Tea Tim 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, that's true. Formalisms 2 weeks ago. Well, not formalisms. Business casualisms. Right? William Williams almost had a second Brian watch a few weeks ago. Oh, yeah, when he fell asleep. That was funny. Chris Pabs, I try to keep an eye on the chat, but it's difficult to pay attention while we talk. Yeah, exactly. Alex Andrews says, my only issue with those articulated hands is how easily they pop out. You just gotta be careful with them. And you gotta be a little ginger with them. So, but I get it. Foodabay always says, need Sweet Tea Pabby to happen as a one-off episode. Nice. Chris Pabs says, Drunk Pabs reared his ugly head during business casualism. That was fun. That show was fun. I'm not going to lie. That show was a lot of fun. All right, so back to it. So we've got this kind of roughly smoothed with the knife and the little baby Dremel and everything. So now we're going to start to really kind of to refine this thing. So we're going to get one of our files here, and we got to clean out the gook on this stuff, right? There we go. That's better. All right, so now we can just kind of go to work. Just really, actually, this may need something else. Yeah, you know what? I think this is a job for the lil bastard. So we're gonna get the little bastard in here, and he's gonna make quick work out of this. I can tell you now. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, see, that's looking good. Okay, so we'll stop there on this side with the little bastard. Actually, we're gonna kind of get just the bottom here. So that needs a little bit of attention, but that nice and good, nice and good. This side obviously needs to get some attention here. Whoops. Okay. So there, we've got most of this handle smoothed down to where we want it, and all those kind of dumb little lines and stuff that's pre-molded and everything in there, those are all gone. Now we just really kind of take one of the finer files here, right, and we just kind of start to really work this down. And up here where it's a little harder, we'll use our hobby knife to kind of even the surface out here, right? Okay. All right. That's pretty good. This is all just, refine. That's basically what the name of the game on this is. Just constantly refining everything that we're kind of doing on this. That's really kind of the name of the game. Nice. Okay. So now, on this side, we're going to take the hobby knife as well and start to refine right up here at the top of the grip. Now, That's all nice and smooth back out. Those little panel lines and everything in here that were kind of ugly, those are all filled in. This little filler in here, the little filler strip is perfectly smooth. That's all filled in really nice. Now, the other thing that we have to worry about here is kind of this this curved section right here, right? Obviously, we can't get rid of that with a flat chisel, so we need our round chisel here. One that I don't really use all that much, but for this particular case, this is going to be very, very useful. Okay, that looks good there. Now, let's get some sandpaper in here. And we're going to just kind of curl this over like this, right? And we're going to get right in there. Kind of start to smooth that surface down, right? And then the same thing with the back side of the grip as well. And the reason why we're doing it this way is because the back of this grip is obviously rounded over, right? So we do want to reintroduce that curvature back into the handle, because we flattened all this out and we started to create corners. Shit, if I could grip this thing, here we go. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. That's what we're looking for. We'll just feather all of this in here at this point. Very good. Now we'll do the same thing to the other side here. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Now, just kind of sand the surface of the grip smooth. Just like that. Now, we got to get a little bit of a higher grit sandpaper here, right? We're going to help smooth things out. Very nice. All right, so Grip test. Easy peasy. While the camera slips some zoom. Look at this. Watch. Look at it. All right. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right. Let's see. Get caught up with the chat, shall we? Let's see. Footabear always says, but Pabs, you are always drunk. So buy Mecha Decals. Nice. Cullen Barr. Oh, dude, Cullen, what's going on, man? He says, hey, Mecha Army, home from the hospital, all ship shape. That's awesome, dude. That is great news. Very, very good. Yeah. William Wim says, good, Cullen. Stay that way. I agree. Stay that way. Stay healthy, buddy. That's awesome. Welcome home, man. Welcome home. Brandon over there on YouTube, he says, DM'd you Instagram on Instagram. DMC Tim. Cool. Let's see. Oh, his touch team's jacked. That's why he damned. Okay. Got it. Okay. Roger that. Cool. Spider2K2, Mr. James, he says, working COVID transports all day. Ooh. Dude. Be careful. All right. Be careful, man. That ain't fun. All right. So let's get this out of the hand. Let's continue to work this thing, because there's a few things that I want to do in addition to just filling in that tab, filling in these details and stuff like that. There's some things I want to accomplish here at the bottom as well. And then also kind of reintroduce some thickness to this handle, because we sanded it down and now it's very thin. It's very thin that way, right? So we need to do something to introduce some thickness. Thickness, right? Everybody loves thickness. I love thickness. I'm saying. Anyway, first things first, though. What I want to do is address down here, right? So if we look at the hand placement here, that little tab right there comes right down where the fingers are, right? So let's take a look and see exactly kind of where this comes, where this shows up here. There's that side. Okay. And right about there on that side. Okay, so this is the side that we're going to have to go after. So, what I want to do is flatten this out a little bit, right? So we're going to use the little bastard. We're going to get that parallel with that pencil mark, right? Actually, let's use the bigger cousin here, the bastard file, right? Oh, that noise is wonderful, isn't it? God, that's horrible. Why does it make that noise? Why? Why does it make that noise? I hate that noise. All right, let's get our 400 sanding block instead. Oh, see, that's so much better. So much better. All right. That is getting there. That's getting there. Okay, let's check it. Not too bad. We need to angle it just a little bit this way. Much better. Okay, so now, obviously, you're probably asking why are we doing this? What are we doing? Well, I want to add a little sum down here. Little sum, right? Little sum. Now we're going. Let's go 4mm on this because I think it needs that 4mm thickness. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. See, that'll be good. All right. So what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get a little block down here. If we don't drop it. And let's see. Maybe right about there. Right. I think that looks good. All right, so we're going to cut a little bit off of this 4x2.5mm strip, yeah. And let's get some angles set on this thing. Alright, first things first, let's see if that's square, right? That looks, damn, that's dead on. Word, right out of the gate. That's what we're talking about. Alright, so let's see if everything is parallel now. That's going to be the big thing. Easiest way to see if something is parallel is put it between the jaws of your calipers, right? And then hold it up to the light. If you can see light on either side of that piece, then it's not parallel. But if it's dark and it creates like an H in between those jaws, you're pretty much good to go. Or at least you're close enough. Let's put it that way, right? At least it's close enough. All right, so that looks pretty good. So let's get the 600 out. Let's even up the two sides because you can. I don't know if you guys can see. If this would focus. There we go. Let's see. It might be hard to see, but there are these little striations here where the saw at the factory saws this down. So we just need to give this a nice little finish sand here to get those to make those go away. There we go. Yeah, very nice there. Let's see on the other side. Yeah, we need to do the same thing. Okay, cool. All right, so now, let's see. This will kind of go, shoot. Now we're not done. We're not just gonna stick this block on here, right? That's not how this is gonna happen. We're gonna shape this up and make this, you know, to a much more interesting shape. But you kind of get the idea of our direction of things. So that kind of that way. Yeah. Let's get this moved over just a bit so we can kind of get the full picture here. So that there, and then we get the Happy Nanner, and we get the deal on the front here, and then we get our come on, and we get our scope put on. Kind of like that, and then where's that little nubby? Where'd that little nubby go? Damn it! It's around here somewhere. Searching for that one part on your desk that's an absolute train wreck. I just saw it last night. I literally just saw it last night. Ah. It's over here. Where I wasn't looking. Kind of like that. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Very reminiscent of the original beam rifle. Very reminiscent of the original beam rifle. But it's also got shades of, obviously, the Jesta's rifle. So here's well, shit. Here's the original. Here's the origin. There's those three right there, right? Yeah. See, it's got the spirit of it, you know? But it also has the spirit of the Jesta rifle as well. It's just a great little love child. For lack of a better term, right? The Nanner clip just sets everything off, in my opinion. The reason being is because this this handle thing, whatever it is, I've always hated this, right? Is obviously it's curved out here, so that kind of harkens back to that a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I dig it. I dig it. Hell yeah. In it to win it. Alright, let's get caught up with the chat here real quick, shall we? Let's see, where do we leave off? Superset 5's over there on Twitch. He says, just got back from taking my brother to work. What I missed so far, man? We're just working on this gun, man. That's all. That's all. Let's see. Cullen Barr. Cullen's got a question. Okay. Let's reload the button here. Come on now. There we go. He says, do any of you have a recommendation for an LED desk lamp with magnifying glass? Phew. See, I always use these, man, because these, you don't have to, with an articulated magnifying thing, you know, you kind of have to position it, and then you kind of have to position your head and everything. With these, just flip them down and like, it's good to go. Like, you can look anywhere and it's awesome. But, you know, Colin, if you're kind of dead set on the lamp and magnifying duo, I would personally hit up Amazon and, you know, look at the reviews. The reviews will tell you everything about a product. And you got to take a lot of them kind of with a grain of salt, obviously, but, you know, the overwhelming majority of reviews, whether it be good or bad, probably going to be pretty accurate in terms of user experience. So that's what I would say. Yeah. But yeah, dude, if these are the stuff right here, these are great. So, Spire2K2 says, Tim, if you saw how I am protected, I'd look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with hospital booties. Oh man, that's I don't know if I want to see that or not, James. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure, but yeah. Let's see. Brandon's over there on YouTube. He says Hobby Lobby has one, Colin, that clips onto a desk. I think I paid under 20 for mine with a 40% off coupon. Hey, there you go. Under 20 bucks. It's a steal. Charles Dodge is over there on YouTube. He says it's been out for a while. For those that have it or built it, what do you all think of the new Master Grade Barbatos? I mean, it looks like it's pretty damn good. Obviously, I don't have it, but it looks pretty good. Not gonna lie. Alex Andrews says he loves it. Spider2K2 James, he says good kit, very time consuming in a frame though. I mean, that's kind of part of the mystique of it, right? Colin Barr says I'll have to check it out. The one that I saw on Amazon that I liked was $55. Yeah, dude, less than half that. Shit. William Wilms says the Master Grade Barbatos is a truly fun kit to build. I guess if you love if you loved the Barbatos, right? Yeah. Let's see. Brocker's Hammer says I've followed Zakue for a while and have done a bunch of regular builds, paints, etc. Just no kit bashes, modified kits. Always great to learn more. Like Com learned he was wrong today. What was I wrong on, dude? I don't know. What was I wrong on? I don't know. William Williams says, if you love the Barbatos design, don't skip the Master Grade model. There you go. Charles Dodge says, look for some optimizers with LED lights. Not much more, and you won't have to hunch over to see through the lamp magnification. Plus, with an optimizer, the magnification is usually higher. Exactly. Right? Oh, dude. Look, Brooks Hammer, I'm going to tell you right now. Get off the bootleg third-party thing. It just, for real, just drop it. Stop being a baby. Like, Bandai Bluefin works hand in hand with USA Gundam Store. Okay? They don't make a big deal out of it. Neither should you. Drop it. Jesus. Anyway. CML says, I like it, especially once you shape the block on the grip. Yeah, well, that will come here in a little bit, right? CML, especially once you put the grenade launcher on the front. Yeah, well, that's kind of part of what we're going to do, right? But that'll kind of be down the line. Bro Builder says, Harkins. Looks good, Tim. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that, buddy. Appreciate that. All right, so moving on. Yeah, moving on. Let's see. Let's get a drink first. All right. So with that being said, let's get these two out of here and toss those into the pile of extra parts. Zoom back in, and let's get back to work. All right. So we need to pull off the Happy Nanner, yank that, pull the scope. Put the nub in a place to where we can find it next time. And then we're going to get this block kind of shaped into something, right? Now what I'm thinking is this. What I'm thinking is something like that. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. A bit angled at the bottom, right? Yeah. I think I like that. Cool. All right. So, with that being said, let's get to cutting and shaping here, shall we, kids? First things first. We need to start hacking away at this end here. But with this being at such an angle, we need to be a little careful. Whoa, now. That Ninja Alvin. Hey, thank you for the follow, that Ninja Alvin. You get one of these. Welcome to the Mecha Army. Nice. Let's get all that stuff reloaded. Whoop. Go back. There we go. He says, LOL, oh snaps. Right? Hey, man. Thank you for a follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Alright. We're going to get that front bit hacked off there. Now, obviously, it's not anywhere near even or straight or any of that. We're just kind of clearing material at this point, right? We'll worry about evenness here in just a few minutes. Well, I didn't really do too much to it, did it? So, let's get out the little bastard here. Let's put him to work. Wow, that's difficult to hold, isn't it? Yep, that is difficult to hold. But it's doing a really good job with squaring that, squaring and flattening that surface. So, it's a trade-off, right? It's a trade-off. Son of a bitch. Brooks Hammer. Look, drop it, dude. Fucking drop it. Seriously. Just drop it. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Jesus Christ. All right. Much better. Much better, much straighter. This is going pretty good. Pretty straight as well. So that's good. All right. So with that being said, let's now switch this over to the 400 sanding block here. And let's kind of do this type of thing. Very good, very good. That's moving material. That's what we want to see. All right, put a little pressure on this one side though. Come on now. Much better, much better. There we go. Now we're looking good. Flat and straight. That's what we like. That's what we like. All right, so to finish this side off here, let's pull out the grinding plate here. And now let's get this thing really just set in. Just a few passes on that. And that gets that surface super smooth. All right, excellent. Now we got to do the reverse side. We got to do over here, right? Yeah. All right. I think we're going to go a little bit less of an angle, or less of a slope there. We're going to just kind of do like almost like a 45 over here. And again, we're just removing material first, just straight out of the gate. Just like that. So that should be good. All right, and then we'll start to flatten this out here a little bit, yeah? Actually, let's do it with the sanding block, yeah? Good, good, good. All right, we are getting there, you guys. We're getting there. All right, cool. All right, so now let's see what this looks like here. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Brocker's hammer. Look, I don't know what to tell you. You don't like it, just go watch somebody else, dude. Seriously. Sorry, for those of you guys on YouTube, we've got some dude over on Twitch, kind of being weird about third-party kits and stuff like that. Whatever. Dude, like I said, you don't like it, go watch somebody else. Okay? Good luck learning learning from them. Jesus. This is why we can't have nice things, you guys. Alright, perfect. That looks good. Alright, so let's even that up just a bit more. Good. Nah, Charles, it's all good, man. I don't gotta boot anybody. I'm not like that. For real. But thank you. I appreciate the offer, though. I might actually still take you up on that, but nah, I'm not gonna boot him. Just over kind of dumb ideas. It's all good. Oh, fun times. Fun times in streaming, you guys. Fun times in streaming. All right. So, with that being said now, what we want to do next is to attach this. Now, we're not just going to glue this on here, because then that would just pop right off. No, I think what we're going to need to do is add a couple pins little itty bitty pins to this, right? And I think what we're gonna do is pull out these guys here, our little sewing pins, because these will be a nice diameter to go inside of this this handle, and then likewise the block, right? So that there. Bada boom, bada bing. Dunzo, dunzo. Oh man, let's see. But you know what, Charles, like he said, that I will, you know what, Charles, you're a good dude, and I will make you a mod on Twitch, brother. That I have no issue with. So let me get this pulled up here right quick, and then yeah, we got you. We got you. All right, that's loading up. All right. Boom. All right, there you go, Charles. Mod it up. He's modded up. Watch out, Twitch. Charles Dodge is on the case. All right, so back to this. First things first, what we got to do is we have to take this little sewing pin and create two smaller little pins that we can use to then pin this piece to the handle. So first things first, we're going to get our little wire cutters, right? And we're just going to snip the very tip of that off. Don't look at it. Close your eyes. Wait for it to land. And then likewise the same thing on the other side. We're going to snip the head of this off. Now normally I would try to save that, but in this case we're not going to. So again, look away, close your eyes, wait for it to land. There you go. All right, so now you just basically have this very thin steel bar, right? Perfect. This is basically what we're going to use for our pins here, right? And this, the diameter on this is about 0.5 millimeter. So this is perfect for pinning this, right? Because this is only about maybe 2 millimeters wide, this handle. 2.5, yeah. So 0.5 millimeter pins in that will be perfect. It won't split the plastic or anything like that. It'll be just, yeah. That's what the doctor ordered. So, with that being said, what we're going to do, let's bisect this a little bit. Let's make a little mark so we know where to cut this thing. About right there. Yeah, that looks good. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want, you know, evenness. Nothing wrong with that, right? But we're going to place our wire cutters right there on that. Now, the trick is not to let this little this pin go flying, right? So what we want to do is hold our sanding block over top of this, and then hold on to this one with our hands, and then go, and there's both of our pins right there. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Or happy pabby. Happy pabby. I like that. Is Pabby happy? Let's make Pabby happy. Jesus. All right. Woo! Let's go go get caught up with the chat, yeah? Kevin Branham is over there. Kelvin Branham. Jesus, sorry about that, Kelvin. He's over there on YouTube. He says, old IPMS way to make a chisel. Scribing tool from X-Acto Blade. Yep, file the back. Exactly. Exactly. File the tip. Will be smooth, not jagged. X-Actos have a softer temper than BMC chisels. And the rest of it got cut off. But yeah, no, I agree. Kelvin, that's the way I started, was the back edge of an X-Acto blade. Yeah, it's the perfect beginner's chisel, right? That way you can get the technique down, the whole 9 yards. So yeah. William Wim says the model gods demand much sacrifice from you, Pabby. Wow. What happened to Pat? Did I miss something? Oh, no. Wait, did Pabs cut himself again? What did Pabs do? Oh, cut my finger twice during this STV. Okay, so he hasn't cut his finger again recently, right? So that's good. Chris Pabs says this build is cursed. I've never hurt myself in any other build, but yet he cuts himself twice. And Pabby, don't forget the right in your eye, the little piece of plastic, right? So that too. Let's see. Alex Andrews call. Pabs, you're making me look like a saint for injuring myself when building. Jesus. Let's see. Dat Ninja Alvin says, oh, sewing pins. Good to know. Yeah, these are very useful, dude. Very useful. They have many, many uses. You can clip the heads off and make those into little metallic details. I've used that on a bunch of builds. The shaft of the pin obviously can be used for pinning pieces together, resin and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, these are wonderful, wonderful resources, and they are insanely cheap. You can get like 500 of them for like between $2 and $5. It's insane. Bro Butter says, I'm installing Twitch specifically to check this fool. Wow. I think he's gone already. I don't know. Alexander says, don't let the power consume you, Charles. Right? There you go. Let's see. Sam L says, it doesn't show you historic chat, or it isn't for me. I logged on to see what the issue was. Don't worry about it, guys. Seriously. It's done. Written Wisely says, next thing you know, Charles Dodge will have a moderator uniform designed. Hey. You do you, right? Let's see. Chris Pab says, same, Sam, didn't see it. We'll have to wait for the VOD. Yeah. Alexander should have put your Optivisor downtime. Eye protection discipline. Yeah, or Tim. Tim. Yeah. Chris Pab said, did someone say resin? Do I have to type up another dissertation? Yeah. There's Ranger Chris. He's over there on YouTube. He says you need to build some kind of container to do that to minimize the chance of losing an eye. Yeah. Let's see. Eric Dayton says maybe you should stay away from the resin for right now, Pabs. Sam L. Don't get Pabby started on resin kits, right? Let's see. Superset 5 over there on Twitch. He says, all right, it's decided that before I return to work, I shall finish my master grade jig in Type D. There you go. Sweet. Chris Pabs, how come I build a lot of resin kits? You should say they're my forte. That is true. That is very, very true. Yeah. Let's see. Did it? There we go. Robert Cottrell is over there on the Mech Army Facebook group. What's up, Robert? Good to see you again, buddy. He says, looking at the shirts on Shadow Mecha site, there's a lot of shirts. Not sure where to start. Man, just start with your favorite one. That's the best thing I can tell you. Start with your favorite. Let's see. Superset 5 says, SDs are like selfies, a disease upon humanity, also cursed. Wow. Shots fired, man. Shots fired. I don't mind SDs. I'll be honest with you. I do not mind SDs at all. So, Terry T's over there. He's on YouTube. He's got a question.
We have a question.
Terry says, Tim, do your hats come as no strap design? So this is the thing, Terry. I can't get fitted hats in any way, shape, or form, which is a pity because I like fitted hats. But snapbacks are the default right now on the site. But if you want like a flex fit, which is kind of the next best thing to fitted, we can do that as a special order. Same price, same everything. No issue there. And it's very easy to put in a special order. So if you want something like that, DM me. We'll hook it up. So yeah, it's very, very easy. Very easy. Brobuilder is now over there on Twitch. He says, SD kits have their place like all parts of society. You don't have to build them or like them, but you must tolerate them like we tolerate you. Aw, Brian. Trust me, Superset is just joking. I think. I hope. Jesus. What's in the water today, you guys? I don't know. People getting bent out of shape. Alexander says, I thought you stared at the end pabs and ended at page 1. Wow. All right. Oh, Brian says, so am I. Okay. See, that's the thing with chat. You can't tell the context and the all that. Yeah. I'm just being cautious today for good reason, right? Jesus. Oh, look, and Pabs is over there on Twitch now too. He says, I loved SD kits. Such great blank canvases to customize, cheap and cute. Those heads are begging for detail. Right? Jesus. Wow, everybody's like migrating over to Twitch now just for the fun of it, right? Chris Pab says, I'm on both, Mecha Army. Jesus. Let's see. I can't spell? That's a great fucking name. I'm not gonna lie. I can't spell. But it's spelled EYEKANTSPELE. You know what? I can't spell. You get one of these just for the sheer creativity of that. Just, there you go. I love it. He says one of the cons of online chatting. That's true. That's very true, man. Very, very, very true. Uncalled for. Again, great name. I have some SDs. Haven't brought myself to paint them yet. Gotcha. Superset 5 Twitch is the place to be, right? Bro Builder says my Twitch connectivity for streaming is incredibly poor. Unfortunately, I'll try though. There you go. All right, rock and roll. All right, let's get this thing pinned up, shall we? Let's go. Now, I'm almost 100% certain that this is a solid piece of plastic here because it was molded on one side of this but not the other, right? So this, I'm assuming, is 100% solid. So, with that being said, let's get our little drill bits out here. Come here, you. These guys. And we need 0.5 millimeter or so. Let's precisely measure one more time and just see if I can pick these up. That is. Make sure this thing is calibrated. 0.47. Okay. 0.47. So we dig in here and we look for the closest thing. 0.46. Let's try that, shall we? I think that's a good starting off point. Yeah. Terry T says, I'll DM you. I usually wear hats while I build so I can put my optivisor over it. The strap on the hat I currently have is pushing up against my head. Ah, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, right there. And now we need to find the pin vise with the right chuck in it. Here we go. This is 0. All right. So get that little drill bit there. Whoa, hey now. Hey, I can't spell. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. You know what? Here. You get another one. Just for following. Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Good stuff. All right. Great name too. Great name. Now, the trick with these little drill bits is to get them properly centered all through the chuck. And I think we got it. These are cheap little drill bits and not the greatest in the world, so it is what it is, but they do the job, right? They do the job. Okay. So we just made two little kind of pilot holes right there for our pins. And now we can't just go straight in like that, or we'll end up kind of punching through the back. So we need to go at the angle of the handle, right? So we'll go in like this. Ugh. This drill bit is terrible. It's all wobbly. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna have to back this thing down a little bit. I wanted to have it have a little bit of space there, but that just ain't gonna happen. Not gonna happen like that. So there we go. That's a little bit better. Let's make sure we're straight. Yep. Now with these super thin drill bits, you don't want to put a ton of pressure on these or they'll snap. And sometimes when you don't put a lot of pressure, they'll still snap on you. So, you need to be very, very, very careful with them. And just kind of take your time. Because they don't move a lot of material normally. Let's put it that way. So, it's one of the bad things. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. We're getting there. What I might do is cut these pins in half again, because I don't think we're going to need that. I don't think we're going to need these lengths of pins. I think half of that is going to be probably perfect for our uses, right? Let's get caught up just real quick. Chris Pab says, I hate Twitch's UI. Drives me nuts. Nice. Sam L is uncalled for. Nice. Okay. Excellent. Terry T, I'll DM you. Oh, we got that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sam L, uncalled for. I have never used it. I got it for Twitch Prime and the free stuff. There you go. Eric Dayton, everybody's twitching due to this COVID lockdown, right? Greek Knockers over there on Twitch, he says, you using the default OBS or Streamlabs? Oh, to Pabs. He says, I don't stream on Twitch, but I use Streamlabs. Superset 5 over there, he says, I use the Twitch app on my Xbox, and it's kind of similar to YouTube. Zero Kai, Mr. Nathan, he's got a question. Let's get that loaded up. There we go. He says, what are your thoughts on micro marts? I'll be honest with you, Nathan, I don't know what micro mart is. If it's a store, we don't have them around here. So I don't, unfortunately, have a thought on micro marts. Just one of those things, unfortunately. Chris Pab says, so I have audio running on YouTube while I'm watching on Twitch. It's almost like Tim is audio narrating himself separately, like director's commentary. Nice. Nice. I like it. commenting on myself. Hey. All right, so let's split this in half, and let's get 2 smaller pins out of this, yeah? Okay, so there's that, and let's get our little cover right there, and cool. There's our 2 teeny tiny pins now. Cool, excellent. That's what we like. All right, so let's pick these guys up here without launching them into the ether here. And let's see if our holes are big enough. Okay, right there. And let's get the file here to kind of push them in. Ooh, this is perfect. See that? That's nice and snug, but it's still got a little bit sticking out there. That's perfect for what we needed. Absolutely perfect. Now the reason why I'm using a file is because this has teeth on it, so it grips the end of this pin, so it doesn't go slipping and sliding everywhere. But if it goes slipping and sliding in the hole itself, then you're kind of screwed. Come on. This pin doesn't really want to go in there. Ah, there we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. Perfect. Perfect. See, there's those 2 little pins right there. That's what we want. That's what we want. All right, so we need to make sure that this is lined up perfectly before we press this in. So I'm thinking right there. Let's make a little mark. Okay, so that's kind of where we want our pins to be located. This way on this thing, right? Now, if we set our pins on those lines and then we line it up this way, we can kind of eyeball it to where we need it to be. That looks pretty good right there. So we'll press this in. Just like that. Get 2 little marks. That makes 2 little marks on this side. And that's where we know where to drill our corresponding holes, right? So let's get to son of a bitch. That's the problem. That's the problem with this with these little drill bits. Now, the good thing is that you can just bend them back in place, but that's the kind of inherent problem that you do end up running into. Still does a halfway decent job, but it's not great right now. Yeah, and there it goes. It literally just broke off. So that's not a problem. That's why they give you 5 of the same drill bit, right? Now, we can also just kind of use what was left over in here, because this still has some drilling capabilities right here. This might actually work better. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely moving material, so that's a good thing. Alright, we don't want to go all the way through this piece, though. That's the other thing that we need to remember, right? What time is it? 4:41. Sweet. Alright, let's see. Where's that? There it is, right there. This thing is just taking its good old sweet time drilling through this. It's moving material, like I said, but it's not moving a lot of material. But I think we got it. So we're going to just trim back the little spillovers there. And let's just do one more right through there, right in there. Bottom's still clean, excellent, and let's see if this fits. Whoa, hey now. Hey, G Helmet, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, or the sub, actually. Welcome to the Mech Army. Alright, so press that into place. And it's a little off. Let's see if we can finagle some movement out of this thing. Okay. Good look right there. It's just a little, it's a little over on this side too much, just a bit. Now, we can fix that without having to do a dramatic amount of work. Just take a sanding block to this side and sand it down. And essentially all we're doing is removing material from this side. Just a little bit more. Whoop. Okay. Now, by removing material from this side, it effectively recenters it. So, let's get this back pinned on. Hey, uncalled for. Thank you for the sub. Sam L. Sammy, you get another one of these, buddy. There you go. Yeah. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright, so this is getting to be a lot better. Still got some material to remove, though. That's the thing. Still got some material to remove. Let's see what it looks like here. That looks pretty good. Alright. So... let's see now. It's just all fine-tuning here from here on out, you guys. It's all fine-tuning. Oh man, we're close. We're super, super close. Yeah. We're super close. Alright. Let's just kind of go for the gusto here. Still parallel, looking good. All right, because that was another concern that I had by sanding this part down, is that it could become unparallel on both sides, right? And there we go. I think we're good. Final look. Centered pretty nice on both ends there. Ready for glue up. Word. All right. Ready for glue. So let's pull this pin out just a hair. So it's got a little bit more gripping power, right? And all we're gonna do, focus, there we go. All we're gonna do is pop just a little super glue right on the end there, right? And we're gonna go about pinning it back into place. And holding it there until that sets up, and that looks really damn nice. Okay. We're going to hold it right there, and we're going to hit this with a little Instaset. That's going to lock everything in. Good, and that's made its way around the other side. Yeah. 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 Happy. I like it. I like it, man. I like it. Alexander says that part on the bottom of the grip reminds me of the grip for the Age 1 Dots rifle. I don't know. I never saw Age 1 or bought any of the models or anything like that. But kind of the I guess kind of the inspiration was more from the Gundam Mark II, right? If you've ever seen the Gundam Mark II's weapon, it has something like that on there. It has that kind of, that little jut out type of thing, right? But I dig this, you guys. I dig the look on it. I dig it. I do. Let's see. Charles Dodge says, right, like he does the thing, and then you hear him describing what he's doing, right? Going back to my director's commentary. Chris Pab says, yeah, the slight delay. Yeah, there's a little bit more of a delay on YouTube than there is for Twitch and Facebook and stuff like that. I don't know why. It's just the platform. Kelvin Branham says, I think he's talking about Micro Mark. Oh, Micro Mark. He said Micro Marts. I don't know. I didn't know if that was like another, like a chain, like a computer store or something like that. Yeah, no, I know Micro Mark. And if it was about Micro Mark, they're okay. They charge way too much for things. Like, they drive up prices. It's just stupid, insane. Their markup is just not great. Alexander says that part of the... Oh, we already read that. Superset5 over there on Twitch, he's got a question. There we go. He says, how would I go about making the lower legs of the Jagan more blocky like the GMs from Thunderbolt? I'm thinking on using plastic strips with epoxy putty, but I'm not sure. Yeah, dude, you've already answered your question. Because that's exactly what I would do. I would go epoxy putty first. Because the Jagan Master Grade, which is right up here. Woo! Hey now. It has the bottom, the calves are very, very curvy, right? For those of you that don't know what the Jagan is all about, right there, right? You see it's got those big, bulbous, curvy calves. So what I would do is this. I would start out with epoxy putty. And while it's still in its kind of clay-like consistency, kind of rough shape that to, kind of what you want it to look like. And then obviously let it cure, and then go ahead and take some files, maybe a Dremel in, the beginning portions of it, but essentially, dude, you're going to need to file it down to the shape that you want. The other thing that you're going to want to do is always check your angles. Your angles are the most important thing in terms of symmetry, because you want both of the calves to look the same. So you're going to need a nice little kind of angle finder, protractor type of thing. And the other thing that I would say is have a nice kind of big old bastard file, or a big old kind of sanding block, so you can really go at the surfaces and everything and really kind of remove material and kind of do fine surfacing at that point, right? After that, then you, to get really straight edges and surfaces and stuff like that, then you could probably laminate some plastic sheet on top of that if you wanted to. But if you can achieve it with the epoxy putty, then that would be a waste. But yeah, dude, I think epoxy putty is going to be the way to go on that. Rough sand the surface before you lay down the putty, just so that it has something to really grip into. And yeah, just take your time, check your angles constantly, measure, the angle breaks and everything. And yeah, that's what I would do. So, yeah. Hey, Bro Builder over there on Twitch, following me. Look at you, Brian. There you go, buddy. Great Bear Gaming, he says, what was the question? So, excuse me. So Superset over there wanted to know how would he go about making the lower legs of the Jagan more blocky, kind of like the GMs from Thunderbolt, right? He says I'm thinking on using plastic strips with epoxy putty, but I'm not sure. So I suggested, yeah, go straight epoxy putty. Rough shape those while it's still in kind of that clay consistency, and then fine tune everything with files and sanding blocks, maybe a Dremel. But I think your files and sanding blocks are going to be your biggest tools in this kind of endeavor. And since that is so big, since it's such a big surface, you're going to want a bigger file and a bigger sanding block, because the little ones like this, like this, it's going to take you forever. It's going to take you forever. Great Bear Gaming says, can you get epoxy putty at the local hardware store? Yes and no. Eris385, hey, look at all the YouTubers going over to Twitch to follow. That's awesome. There you go, Eris. So, Great Bear Gaming, like I said, yes and no. Yes, you can get epoxy putty at a hardware store, but it's not the type that we would recommend using. The type at the hardware store is going to come in different consistencies given the different applications. There's plumber's epoxy putty, which hardens to almost the consistency of like steel, like a metal, which is just god-awful to try and shape and all that, especially after it's cured. Then you have like your wood. Your epoxy putty is more for wood. It's probably about the closest thing to a hobby putty, but it's still going to be rather soft. It's going to be soft after it cures a little bit, and sanding it down is not really enjoyable because it kind of gums up at that point. So what we would recommend is definitely a more hobby-based product. Like Superset 5 said, to me, a quick type epoxy putty, Milliput, Magic Sculpt, Aves epoxy putty. Those four are kind of the big names for epoxy putties. So that's kind of what I would more suggest at that point. So, yeah. Ranger Chris says, tried the hardware putty and it was not great. Had chunks setting up inside of itself. Yeah, and that's kind of par for the course. It's not like the highest quality of epoxy putty in terms of what we need for modeling, but for its specified application, it's probably great, right? Especially like plumber's epoxy putty, because they'll mix that up and wrap that kind of around steel pipes and everything to either reinforce or fix a crack or something like that. And it works great in that application because that epoxy putty just dries and it just is rock hard. Not great for applying to plastic, which is much, much, much softer, and then trying to shape that down. So, like I said, yes and no. Great Bear Gaming, if you are interested in finding what Superset had mentioned, the Tamiya quick type epoxy putty, there's a Amazon link just below the video over there on Twitch. I've got like a whole page of stuff there linked and everything. Tamiya quick type is actually in that link as well. So yeah. Patrick Robertson over there on YouTube, he says JB Weld has a plastic weld that's not too bad if you're looking for something on the cheaper side. Yeah, JB, I've actually tried JB Weld on stuff in the past. It's okay, but it's like I said, it's just okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's just okay, right? So you have to balance that out, you know. So I always say go after if you're scale modeling, go and use hobby specified products. You're going to get the best bang for your buck out of it, and you're not going to be disappointed when some hardware store, equivalent is not that great, right? So, yeah. Great Bear Gaming says, is that the Instamorph? No. The Instamorph is actually it's a kind of like a thermoplastic. That's the stuff that you put in the boiling water and you can kind of form, and then it hardens up. Keep going lower. It looks like this. That's the stuff you want. The Tamiya epoxy putty. I think it's like $20 on Amazon right now. Something like that. And that right there is what I personally use. And it's amazing, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I mean, I've reshaped everything with that stuff. So, yeah. Ranger Chris over there on YouTube says, going to get off. San Diego Air and Space Museum is doing live stream with Jim Lovell and Gene Kranz for 50th of Apollo 13. Ooh, nice. Well, Chris, thank you for watching, buddy. Enjoy that. Brandon says, have heard of people using wood putty for small things, but that's iffy. Yeah, and I've tried the wood putty. I forget what brand I bought. It might have been the JB Weld version of it, or it might have been it might have been like an Elmer's version or something like that, right? But I forget. But it it was just bad. It's mind you, it's probably really good for filling like voids in wood, like rotted wood and stuff like that, or repairing furniture and stuff. It's probably great for that. Don't get me wrong. But for our uses, not ideal. Let's put it that way. It's not ideal. So, yeah. It kind of retains that softness, that density of wood. Because wood, depending on the species, obviously, it's either a hardwood or it's a softwood. So think of like something like pine is a softwood. And then if you think on the other side of things, you think of like a black walnut or something like that as kind of like a hardwood species. So that's, yeah, that you have to kind of think about that, right? Yeah. Terry T says, Tim, I just want to take a quick moment and say thank you for this week's streams. It helps with making the new normal feel normal. And it gives me something to look forward to each day. Dude, man, thank you, Terry. I appreciate that, brother. We gotta do what we gotta do, right? So, and trust me, I know you're kind of in the same boat, probably in the worse boat than me. Yeah, we just do what we do. Hey, Great Bear Gaming, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Mecha Army, by the way. You get one of these. Hey. So, but yeah, Terry, man, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure, man. It's my absolute pleasure. So, all right. So, it's 5:03. All right. Jesus. Well, let's take one last look at how this thing is gonna kind of pan out with the pieces here and everything, right? Let's get one last little check. I didn't lose the nub this time, you guys. I didn't lose it. All right, so we'll get this little guy, this little sidebar deal here. That will pop in there, which it probably won't cooperate English. Let's get that centered, that iron sight there. There we are. All right, so now we got it. Maybe not. Now we got it. Cool. All right. There's that. Boom. Let's see. Little nub is just going to kind of float there for now because it's not attached to anything. Same thing with the Happy Nanner. Hashtag Happy Nanner. Zoom out just a bit. There it is. Man, that looks good. I don't care what y'all say. That looks good. I like it. I'm digging it. Digging it. Yeah. So digging it. Yeah. Let's see. Josh Brown says, it was the ABS plastic that I was having issues with on the gun tank. Called it. With the Gundam markers. Awesome. So, Josh, did you get it figured out? Did anything else break? Let's ask that. Let's make 100% sure, right? So let us know, Josh. Let us know, man. Sam L says, just ordered me that Grim Reaper shirt. Dude, thank you, Sam. Sam's such a good dude. Josh Brown, yep. Awesome. Awesome. Nothing else broke. See? Cool. I am super happy that we could help you figure that out. That's good shit right there. That's what we do, right? That's what Mecha Army is, you guys. We support each other. That's awesome. That is awesome. Great Bear Gaming never asked what you were building. Oh, this is part of the entry for GBWC 2020, if it happens. So this is going to be, what we're doing is, what I'm doing is remixing the Zaku and also the RX-78, the Gundam. So we worked on the Zaku kind of a few months ago, got that all out of the way looking good. Used a Johnny Ridden high mobility Zaku, and then bashed that with parts from Sinanju Stein, the feet, the hips, and some of the other parts, and then made a custom backpack and stuff like that, and a huge Heat Hawk, the mother of all Heat Hawks. So yeah, that's kind of what we started with. And then we kind of came back here to this build, and we are mixing an RX with a Jesta. So there's kind of the upper body thus far, and we worked a bunch on the leg units here. That's kind of where we are with that. And we still got a long way to go. But we're looking pretty good. And actually, I didn't show you guys this, did I? I didn't show you guys this. Look at this. The shield is all trimmed and looking good. And it fits, right? It all fits. Look at that. Talk about zero clearance on the tip of that Fetty cross, right? That, my friends, is looking nice. One thing I do want to do on the shield, and we'll do that at a later date, is kind of fill in these little gaps here in these corners. I want to make that a little bit more of a subtle transition. But, like I said, we'll take care of that later. That's kind of where we are with things. So, making good progress, and I think rebalancing the workload during the week, I think we'll get a lot more done on this with that other extra day. So, yeah, I think we'll be in good shape. So, but, yeah, that's kind of what we're doing, right? Let's see. Brandon says, ordered my new phone, and it's ready for pickup, making the jump to Samsung, leaving Apple after years. Oh, you traitor. Oh, Colin Craig. Hi, Craig. Did you... Hi, Craig changed his screen name. It's a Colin Craig. I get it. I totally get it, Colin. I totally get it. He says, damn, coming along nice. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Great Bear Gaming over there on Twitch. He says, too much of a noob to know what that means. That's all good, man. Oh, he's replying to Greek Nakos. He said he's working on his GBWC entry. A modified Master Grade just to look like an RX-78. Yeah. So we're doing surgery. Let's put it that way. Yep. Air385 says, looking good. Excellent, thank you. William Wilms says, very nice. Thank you. Kelvin Branham. Jeez, why do I keep getting your name wrong, Kelvin? It's so AKAR and Space Gun Killer. Kind of why I like it, right? Josh Brown says, me too. Thanks for the help. Dude, you're absolutely welcome. Josh also says, gun is looking great, by the way. Thank you, man. Julius Dempsey's got a question. Sarge?
We have a question.
Sarge wants to know, any issues with using 99% ISO alcohol in place of 91? No, not at all. If anything, it's going to strip stuff just teeny tiny little bit faster. But honestly, you shouldn't really notice much difference whatsoever. So yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. Let's see here. Thomas Christopher Stadden over there on the Mech Army Facebook group. What's up, Thomas? He says acrylic paint eats ABS plastic. Found out the hard way. Not all acrylic paint, but more kind of solvent-based paint eats ABS. So yeah, you're kind of right on that. It is not good stuff on bare ABS. That's why you always prime ABS. Always, always, always. And that's part of the reason why Bandai kind of steered away from the ABS train, because they were having issues with it. Because, well, people were having issues with it, right? So, yeah. Dat Ninja Alvin says, ooh, that's nice. Thank you, man. Great Bear Gaming says, ooh, those legs are cool. Thank you. Superset 5 says, maybe I should kit bash my Jesta with my Jagan. It's not a bad idea, right? Then wouldn't it just be called a... What would it be called then? A Jescan? Jestan? Jestan. It's a Jestan. There you go. Perfect. Great Big Gaming says, is this a high-grade kit bash? Nah, dude, it's a master grade. Yeah, master grade. He says, I have yet to build a master grade, but I have a few ready to build. Nice. Nice. Dude, go for it. Master grades are fun. Helsting Honest Unit over there on YouTube, he says, were you going to use the RX-78 scope? Yes. On the other side of this, in kind of in a fixed position. So yeah, obviously we can't show it like that here, but yeah, that's kind of what we're going after. So yeah, it'll get there. It'll get there. Great Bear Gaming says, just no free time. Oh man. William Williams says, should you change your video titles to GBWC 2020/2021? I don't know yet. We'll find out, right? We'll find out. Joe Stemsky says, to Colin, can I send you a PM about scribe templates? Yeah, there you go. Mr. Bill says, 99% will evaporate quickly. Just add a bit of water to help stabilize it. Yeah, then you're basically knocking it down a little bit to a less percentage. Yeah. Krieg Naku says, if you're really comfortable doing other grades, the master grade isn't much harder, just bigger and more parts. Just take it one part assembly at a time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's see. Krieg Naku's got dad puns, right? Great Bear Gaming says, can anyone enter GBWC? Absolutely. Anyone. So right now, hang on one second. Hey now. Sorry about your ears. Can anyone enter GBWC? Yes, we can. But with everything going on, we're not exactly sure the overall status of GBWC. I know Australia has postponed their GBWC event kind of indefinitely at this point. Some of the other countries have kind of come and gone with their GBWC with no word. And from what I understand, Bandai Japan should hopefully be making some sort of decision, hopefully by the end of the month, maybe beginning of next month, on the kind of overall status of GBWC. But under normal circumstances, yeah, you'd be able to enter either at one of the conventions that they held it at. Bandai US Bluefin was supposed to have a bunch of local competitions at hobby towns and local hobby shops and stuff like that. Obviously, that's kind of up in the air at this point. You would be able to enter online. So I don't know, nobody knows what the status of all this is going to end up being, unfortunately. So we're just kind of at a hold pattern and wait and see. So best thing I can do is just keep trucking on this thing. Because if for some reason they find the miracle cure and everything goes back to normal, then I'll be SOL if I stop. But if I keep going, then I'll be in good shape. So it's just one of those things. And plus I want to build this anyway, so it's fun. Let's see. Hi, Craig. Wait a minute. So is Colin Craig and Hi Craig two different people? Or are they the same but two different accounts? Interesting. I don't know. I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Bro Builder, bless you. Thank you. Eric Dayton, bless you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Written Wisely says to William Williams, let's hope this situation isn't all the way to August. I don't know for your area, but my area has regionals in July/August. August to be specific, yeah. It's just kind of one of those things, man, you know? Josh Brown says, heard San Diego Comic-Con got canceled. Yep, I heard that too. Superset5 says, I got dad jokes and puns for days. You have no idea, and I'm not even a dad. See? Nice. Hi, Craig. 2 accounts. That's what I thought. Okay. William says, I as well hope it doesn't last for that long. I want to get stateside to see my family. Dude, for real, right? Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Will is stationed over in Japan right now. So, kind of coming and going isn't that easy, right? So, it's one of those unfortunate things about the time we live in. So, yeah. Anyway, all right, so, you guys, let's ratchet this thing down a little bit here, yeah? And get that bad boy back on there. Yeah, see? Londo Bell. Make a run for the bell. Bad Taco Bell joke. Anyway, if you want to bright slap somebody with this amazing hat, you can go to www.chadamecha.com, hit the store button up at the top. You will find this hat, many more, shirts, prints of my work, all sorts of cool stuff in there. They do make great stimulus money gifts. Just saying. I'm just saying. Aside from that, if you are interested in any of the tools that we are have worked with here today, there's an Amazon link just below here on Twitch and YouTube. That side if you're watching on Facebook. Now, keep in mind, I do get a bit of a commission based off the stuff that you buy, but it doesn't increase the cost for you. It does go to help me out, help out the stream, kind of fuel our endeavors going forward. So any and all assistance with that is greatly appreciated. So go load up on that as well. And then lastly, if you are interested in kits, paints, accessories, tools, what have you, Mecha Decals, sheets 1 and 2, those are available in shipping right now. Go hit up our good friends right down here. I don't care what anybody says about them. USA Gundam Store, yeah. Adam and the fine crew down there will definitely have what you need. So let's get caught up one last time before we shut this thing down. Great Bear Gaming says, make sure you get your Gundam kits before you get home. True. William Williams says, I can't even travel to Akihabara anymore. Jeez, is that locked down? Damn, dude. Superset, later, everyone. Thank you, Superset. Appreciate it. Eris at 385, that sucks. You can't get to Akihabara. Yeah. But it's Japan. There's going to be hobby stores around there. Gotta be, right? It's Japan. Anyway. All right, kids. So that's going to do it for us for the streams this week, for the normal streams. But check back tonight in about 5 or so hours. We're going to hit it up for Mechanism. It's going to be DMC-ism all night tonight. Deep, meaningful conversation. That's what DMC stands for. So if you haven't posted your question on my Instagram story, go over to Instagram, take a look at the stories. The one that I have, it's the last one I have posted. It's the question box. Type in your question, and we will definitely try to get the questions answered for you guys tonight on Mechanism. Okay? It's going to be some good ones. Trust me. Trust me. Oh, Gumpy Yorgray says, see you guys tonight for B's Gospel. Whew, tell me about it, right? Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Wash your hands, use common sense, go make something cool this weekend, and you know what? I will see you next week, Monday, to pick these types of things back up. All right? Take care, everybody. Bye.